Well, good afternoon, everybody. How y'all doing? Pretty good here, and welcome to the channel. Hey, I've had a few questions regarding the 2020 Tacoma. For those of you that don't know, I've ordered a 2020 Tacoma. I ordered it day before yesterday, I believe it was, or maybe it was yesterday, I don't know. And I've had some questions. People have asked me, why are you doing this? Why are you going for a 2020? You have the 2018. There aren't that many differences. So I thought rather than answer, individual comments, I get on here, make a little video about it, and let you guys know, what am I doing? Am I just nuts? Am I just looking to throw away cash? No, I'm not. There are 5 reasons, maybe 6, that I'm looking for the 2020. And the first one is, I want the 4x4 in the off-road trim. Right now, I have a 2018 TRD Sport 4x2. So I want to experience the Tacoma in the 4-wheel drive to see how it compares, I guess, to the Sport that I have now, and if there are any differences. Is it going to feel heavier? Is it going to be slower? Is it going to be quicker? I don't know, because I don't have one. Now, I could go for a used one, but to be honest, I'm not big on the used market. When I get vehicles, unless they're a high-end, luxury sports car or something, because I think you should always buy those in a used version, because you save a ton of money. But I wanted to experience it new, and I wanted to get the latest and greatest out there. The second is, I want the tech. I love technology. I love it in vehicles. And I want to get, again, the latest and greatest that you can get. I want that 8-inch touchscreen. I think it should be even bigger. I think it should be the Tesla style screen. That would be awesome. But it's the biggest you can get in the Tacoma, and I want it. I want the MultiTerrain View. The 360-degree camera, so I can see all around myself, and the camera that you can see underneath. And it has both, and I think that should be pretty cool. Apple CarPlay. I want to be able to connect my Apple phone, because I'm an Apple guy, to my vehicle. Now it also has the Android thing, but that's not important to me. I want to be able to connect my Apple iPhone up. Passenger touch entry. I want that on the passenger side of the truck. I've mentioned many times, and it's very frustrating to me. I go walking around there, I want to get in the truck, I'm carrying something, the key's in my pocket, and it won't open because I don't have touch entry. So I got to dig the key out while I fumble around with whatever it is I'm carrying. It's a minor thing, but I want it. 10-way adjustable seat. Everybody complains about the seat in the Tacoma, right? This might be the answer. I don't know. Before, I had done, in the truck up above us, right there, I had done the little seat mod where I put some spacers in, raised the back of the seat so I could have a better seating angle. I shouldn't have to do that with this new 10-way adjustable power seat with lumbar. I think it's going to be cool. I want to experience it. A moonroof. I call them sunroofs. I don't have one now, and there's really one big reason I want that, and that is for filming, for making videos for you guys. Why? Because I can actually mount the camera to that, and I have more options for angles in the truck instead of just sticking a camera on the windshield. I've had it in other trucks. I had it in the Tundra Crew Max I had, and it's pretty convenient for that. So it's kind of a business move as far as that goes. I want to see, and this is number 3, I want to see what has changed. What have they done? This is a refresh slightly. Might even be just called an option ad. Let's call it that. It's an option ad year. But I want to see if they've changed anything else. Are they starting to gear up, to tool up for the next gen Tacoma? I keep hearing that one's supposed to be coming maybe 21, 22, 23, something like that. We'll see. I haven't heard anything from Toyota themselves about a remodel or a next gen Tacoma. It's got to be coming. It's got to be coming relatively soon. But I wonder if they're doing anything to work their way towards it. And I should get some hints to that effect when I go to put some of the mods that I had on the other truck, the Tacoma up there, back on this new truck. Because if they're starting to tweak things, things aren't going to fit just right. Things may not fit at all. I don't know. I hope that's not the case. So we'll see. Next up, and that was number 3, is, of course, number 4. I'd like to hit the trails. You know I haven't done any of that on the channel yet, and I really haven't done any of it for a couple of reasons. One, I'm new to the area and I don't know where any of that is. That doesn't mean I can't find any. There is actually a trail or a trail park within, I think, a couple of hours from here. So we might check that out. I'd also like to get to the beach. I think that would be a blast. Take this new Tacoma and cruise the beach. It'd be pretty cool. Right now I have the 4x2, as I mentioned. I'm not real comfortable going into anything major off-road. It doesn't mean you can't off-road, but it's more pre-runner style. In other words, you have a nice, flat, smooth dirt surface, and you just go. As they say up north, you just give her. But there aren't anything or any areas around here that I know of that are like that, so can't really get off-road in the current version that I have. Next up, and this is probably one of the big reasons for me, and that is the manual transmission. I think I just kicked the camera. Is the manual transmission. I actually learned, and I've had a couple people ask me, do you know how to drive a manual? Well, first of all, I wouldn't buy a manual if I didn't know how to drive one, but a little background for you. I actually learned how to drive in a manual. The first vehicle I ever drove was a manual. It was a, I don't know what year, Plymouth K car. If you're not familiar with those, look those up. It's basically a square, cheap economy car. Ours was a 4-speed, and I actually took my driver's test in that car. So I've been driving a manual for many, many moons. I know how to drive a manual. But I want to get one, and I want to get a modern, more recent one, or the most recent one I can get before they're gone. Let's face it, manuals are dying. I'll give you an example. The truck place that I go to, there's a guy there, or he has a Jeep sitting there that he's been trying to sell for probably about 2.5 months now. It's been sitting out in front of the shop. It's a decent Jeep, decent price, but it's a manual transmission. And I asked the guys there, why isn't this selling? And they said they've had a lot of interest in it. A lot of people stop by, but when they find out it's a manual, they're not interested either, because they don't know how to drive a manual, which I think is a shame these days. Everybody should know how to drive a manual. Or their significant other, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, doesn't know how to drive a manual and won't let them buy it because they can't drive it. So that's just kind of a testament to me as to the future of the manual transmission. I think within the next probably 5, maybe 10 years, I doubt it'll be that long, the manual transmission is going to be gone, at least in the form of a new vehicle. Of course, they'll still be out there used. You'll be able to get one, but you're not going to be able to get a new one. And it's funny to me how the paddle shifters and the old shifter that you can kind of put into sport mode and pretend like you're going through the gears is taking over. I got news for you. If you think that's a manual transmission, or at least anywhere similar, you've never driven a manual transmission. Give it a try. It's a big difference. So that's what I'm trying to do. Those are 5 reasons, 5 motivators for me to get out there and pick up the 2020 now. Now, as a little bit of an update, I will tell you that because of what I'm getting Voodoo Blue in a manual 4x4 off-road. Now, first of all, in that color, they build that color at one plant. They don't build every color at every plant. They have plants that specialize in or are drilled down to specific things. Where mine is coming from, I was told, is going to be Baja. And that's because that's where they build or paint the Voodoo Blue Tacoma. Now, in addition to that, there's only been one, at the time I was up at the dealer, manual transmission, back to the scarcity or what's happening to manuals, ordered in my region. So, it's not like they could just grab that manual and direct it to me. First of all, it's already sold. And it would have to be painted the right color. This one is cement. And with the right options and all that stuff. You know, these days when you buy anything new, you have to buy packages. So you get extra things. So you can't get everything from the same plant, I guess is my point. So that's where mine's coming from. That's what's going on. That's what I'm doing. I just wanted to get on here, let you guys know, because again, I'm getting questions as to why I'm going for a 2020 when I have a 2018. And there aren't a ton of differences, but there will be in the trim that I'm going to get, in addition to the little things that they've added. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Are you considering the 2020? Have they done enough to sway you, to make you run out there and trade off what you've currently got? Let me know. As usual, appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you next time on the web. Have a great day. Bye.